Hello, I'm Scott Shepard, and this is Fun Friday, where we just tell stories and kind of make yourself chuckle before the weekend. Hey, before I get into the story today, I just want to encourage you to hit like, share, hit that subscribe button. Let's try to get the word out. Good news for you, right? And so we sure appreciate your help to do that. I want to tell a story about something that happened to my children and I when our middle child was probably a senior in high school. My daughter was ninth grader or something like that. In the middle of the night, my daughter came into our room and she was scared and crying, and she touched us and said, "Somebody's in our house and he just touched me in my room." Well, I left her in the bedroom. We had a split living quarters, and so I left her in the bedroom with my wife, and I went into the living room, which was between the two bedroom separations, and I just sat down on the couch in quiet, thinking, well, I'll hear him moving around if there's somebody here in the house, right? And so I sat there very quietly, listening for anything, and I wasn't hearing anything. There was just a real trace of moonlight coming in the kitchen window, and I looked into the kitchen and I saw this form of a person, a man, walking through our kitchen. And so I'm thinking, man, I came in here, I don't have a weapon, I don't have a baseball bat, I don't have anything. So I thought, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take the element of surprise. And so as that person started walking back into the kitchen where I could see him, I began to run. Now there was a little step up into the kitchen, so I had to jump over that step up to get to the person. There was a light switch just on the inside of my left-hand side, and I was going to hit that light switch, and I was going to yell, "Ah!" And then I was going to hit that person, and I was going to drive them through the kitchen into the wall, and then it was going to be on. But at least I got the element of surprise, right? So everything went great. I jumped over that little step up. I reached for the light switch, missed the light switch. However, I did hit our cockatiel bird cage and woke him up, and he just started screaming. "Ah, ah!" He's screaming. I'm screaming. "Ah!" And I hit this person, and my coach, Pearson, from school would have been so proud of my tackle. It was a perfect form tackle, and I hit this person, and I lifted him up, and I drove him all the way through the kitchen, all the way through the hallway. We hit the back side of the hallway. They slid down the wall. They're screaming. I'm screaming. The bird's screaming. And when the person gets down to the floor, I realize, as I have my hand up, man, I'm fixing to come down on them, right? As I realize it's my daughter wrapped up in a blanket. And she's screaming. I've got my hand up and I'm going, "Ah!" I'm screaming. I can't quit screaming. She can't quit screaming. Well, here comes my wife down the hall. She thinks I'm beating my daughter. "You quit hitting her. You quit hitting her." It was quite the scene. We finally all got calmed down, and then we all got real tickled. Why in the world my wife would have let her come into the kitchen to get a drink of water when I'm there waiting to jump somebody in the room? It all worked out fine. She slept in our room the rest of the night, but it all worked out fine. You know, funny things happen to families. Funny things happen to people. And we got to laugh about them, because we'd get awfully bogged down if we don't laugh about the humorous things that happen. They're around us all the time. All we got to do is open our eyes and just enjoy life and laugh when it's time to laugh, because there's plenty of time to cry. So what I want to encourage us to do this weekend, let's just find those times to laugh. And let's just laugh at the laughable times this weekend and see if we just don't enjoy it a little bit more. Hey, listen, let me tell you the rest of the story. You know who it was that touched my daughter? My son. He'd gotten up, used the restroom, and he woke up real slow in those days. And in his confusion, he turned right out of the bathroom, which took her to his bedroom. He began to crawl into the bed, felt her, turned around, went back to his bedroom, and problem solved. He slept through it all. Hey, listen, have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'm Scott Shepard, and this is Good News for you.